Sticky notes, email alerts, a string around your finger. They're just not big enough.
So here's a big reminder from the California Lottery. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is over $350 million. Whew. Play now. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 years or older to purchase player client.
Here we go. It's time for today's AM Minnesota program. Our first Rice County Fair Talk of 2026, sponsored by the Rice County Fair and also sponsored by the Craig Keller Insurance Agency in Nerstrand. Of course, Craig helps protect all things important to you. And because Mr. Peter Van Sluis, the fair manager, has clout, what was your request, Mr. Peter?
So I was supposed to be the first time before...
before that, the jingle.
Oh, the jingle. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
The jingle. Here we go.
Where the city meets the farm, the great Rice County Fair. We'll see you there.
I feel better now.
Oh, we didn't hear it.
Oh, I better shut the mics off. Here we go. Let's do it again.
Where the city meets the farm, the great Rice County Fair. We'll see you there.
I'm a highly trained radio professional. I had my headset on, so I heard it.
Did the listeners hear it?
I hope so. We'll find out. Get a little closer to that mic there, Peter. Yep, we were supposed to be on last week, and we had to postpone it, so you're going to be on our first one on Friday. Oh, boy, Peter gets a double dose of cherry this week.
Yep. So normally what we do, when we start these programs is I come the first time and I'll talk generally about what's happening at the fair. And then every week we bring some guests, and that goes specific. So today there's the ambassadors. So I just want to say, just look at our website, look at Facebook. It's July 22nd through 26th. Lots of free stuff this year. But we'll talk about that more on Friday. So today it's all about the ambassadors.
Yeah, because you had the ambassadors lined up to come and talk about it already.
Yes.
And by the way, I knew the Rice County Fair was coming because was it yesterday, I think, driving home? The city of Faribault knows how to fill potholes because we're out in front fixing some potholes. And I noticed the lawnmower's been going again.
Yep. So the county doesn't mow for us anymore because of budget constraints, but they gave us 2 mowers. So we are doing our own mowing with our volunteers. But the city was mowing, because we butt up right to the city property. Yeah. They were mowing and trimming, so we're all going to make it look pretty for the fair.
So you could use another volunteer that wants to maybe ride a zero-turn mower.
Well, we have volunteers enough for the mowers. We look at people for trimming, and nobody wants to do the trimming.
Do you know how I trim everything out at the farm? I have a gator, with a spray tank in the back. So around the buildings and trees, there's a little spot of no grass because it got Roundup or glyphosate. So I don't have to trim.
Yeah, but I don't really want to use Roundup.
I know.
So, yeah.
I was just giving you grief.
Yep. Okay.
Because you so deserve it. It's been almost a whole year since I could give Peter any grief, so I've got some catching up to do.
Now for the next 12 weeks, what is it? No, actually it is not 12 weeks anymore. It is 43 days, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Well, being as how you did bring a little class into the studio.
Sorry, the what?
Some class.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So it's all their show from now on.
Yep. Malori Pryor and Sarah Welander. And Sarah, you're kind of in charge of organizing. This has turned into quite an event, the Rice County Fair Ambassador.
It has. This year we're celebrating our 50th anniversary. It started actually, funny enough, right here with Dean Curtis in 1976, and we've been going strong ever since. What started as Rice County Fair Queen, and now we have ambassadors.
Yeah, and I like that you changed it from the, quote, Fair Queen to ambassadors so guys could be involved in promoting the fair. And then I love the junior ambassadors, too, and get the little kids involved.
Yeah, and we're excited. We've actually, right now, we have one senior candidate who is a young man from the county who's stepping in, throwing his hat in the ring. So that'll be really fun. And I know we've had some boys in the past. We had a junior ambassador who was a boy, and it's exciting to get to bring them in. It's always kind of been a conversation, so it's fun to offer it to both.
And the whole idea is to help these kids grow and develop and hone their skills of having to talk to Jerry or Gordy on the radio or talking in front of people. So plus they have a lot of fun because they get to promote the fair.
Yeah, it's definitely, Fair Week is a long week, but they get to do a lot of really cool events throughout the year and work on that personal, their personal skills, working on those interview skills. It gives you a lot that you can take forward with you in life.
Well, let's meet Malori. Malori, tell us about yourself. I could tell when you walked by on the street and you looked in and waved with a big smile, I could tell she wasn't particularly shy.
Well, I'm Malori. I'm one of your 2025-2026 Rice County Fair ambassadors. I'm currently a college student.
Yeah.
I just graduated. Yeah.
From
Faribault High School. Mm-hmm. And I also did PSEO, so I have my 2-year associates.
I'm sure your parents were just totally disappointed at getting those free college credits.
Right. Yeah. But next year I'm going to Mankato State for nursing, so hopefully it all goes well.
How did you get interested in healthcare and wanted to take care of and help people sometimes at our almost worst time when we're really... So how did you get interested in that, Mel?
Well, I had a whole bunch of medical conditions when I was younger, so I want to help people the way that other nurses helped me, and I want to go into pediatrics to help
kids besides then.
Yeah. So that's how I wanted to get into the healthcare. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Sarah, tell us a bit more about the details of when is a program and when do we, all those things.
Yeah, so our applications are open until June 19th.
Oh, they're still open.
They're still open, so it is not too late. We actually have a candidate information night on Wednesday at the fairgrounds at 6:30. So if you're this coming Wednesday.
Today's Tuesday.
Yep.
That's tomorrow.
I know. So if you're interested in learning more, come down and join us. Our junior program this year is open to kids, both boys and girls, like you said, ages 6 to 12. And our senior program is open to, again, boys and girls, ages 15 to 20. So come down and learn and see what we have to share. If you have questions, if you need help with the application, we are here to help you with every part of it. We will officially kick off candidacy on June 26th. So we're excited.
Oh, and so when are you going to have like the announcement and all that stuff then?
Yeah, so
we used to do it like the night before the fair, and then we did it the weekend before the fair.
Yeah, so this year with it being the 50th anniversary, we are actually switching coronation to Sunday afternoon. So it'll be at 1 o'clock on the Sellner stage. Fingers crossed, no rain.
Back out plan?
Back outside. That's where we want to be. We're actually, because of the 50th anniversary, we're hosting a reunion for all of our alumni.
Cool.
So we did it 10 years ago for our 40th, and we're working on that for the 50th.
I remember that. You had a lot of...
I want to say there were like 40 or 50 people that came back. So we're really hoping to get to see some of our alumni and then transition out onto the Sellner stage for coronation at 1 o'clock on the 26th.
How many ambassador candidates do we have this year then?
Currently, we have 2 junior ambassador candidates, and then we also have 3 senior ambassador candidates right now, but it is still open, so those numbers can always go up.
I don't know, Peter. I can't believe we don't have some guys out there thinking, I could spend the whole week at the fair hanging around with some really cool young ladies.
When I was driving my school bus, I did talk to a lot of the high school students, and I said, come on, guys.
Yeah.
You should do this. It's fun.
I totally recommend it, guys.
How did you get interested in being an ambassador?
My sister was actually one.
Oh.
4 years ago, I think.
Yeah, 22.
Yeah.
Big sister setting the example.
Right? She's also a nurse, so I'm just following her steps.
Really good example.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, yeah.
And tell us more about yourself, Malori. You just graduated from Faribault High School. Were you involved in a lot of activities in high school?
I did National Honor Society, Big Brothers, Big Sisters. I did play some sports. I played softball, and I did gymnastics when I was younger. Just going along with anything.
And what do you do in your free time?
Work.
No free time.
It is fun when I'm talking to the kids, 4-H interviews or FFA. Some of these kids are really busy. And I go, boy, I'll bet your parents are really disappointed that you don't have time to just sit there and waste on your cell phone.
Right? Yeah, I also show animals in 4-H too.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Are you going to be showing this fair too?
Yeah. I show meat goats, chickens, and I do Paradise in Portland, so I show pigs. Yeah.
That's such a great program for kids that can adopt a pig for the fair and then show a pig.
Mm-hmm. It's my favorite one.
So, again, tomorrow evening, what was the time for?
6:30.
6:30.
Yep, come join us at 6:30. We'll be in the Straight River Room. We're excited to get to see some more people coming out. This will be our third candidate information night. So it's been fun to get to talk to people about the program, explain a little bit more about what it's like. The ambassadors themselves get to share about their year, what has been some highlights, things like that. But yeah, if you have any questions, come join us.
One of the basic questions is, do you have to, quote, live in Rice County? Because wasn't there something about if you were close, but you were in the Rice County 4-H, you could still be an ambassador?
So we're really different from a lot of other programs. So our program covers all of Rice County. So if you live within Rice County, so Lonsdale, Morristown, Northfield, Dundas, Faribault, and beyond. And then also you can also be a candidate if you are a member of a Rice County 4-H club. Because we do have a lot of families that they're right on the edge of the county line, and
this 4-H was closer than that 4-H.
Yeah.
They knew kids in this 4-H, whatever. So I like that. If you're in 4-H in Rice County, then you can still be an ambassador. That's
and 4-H is such a huge part of our fair, and it's a big part. I know for Mallory, we had so much fun last year getting to go and watch her shows. This girl ran off the coronation stage straight to the judging arena last year, so. It's a busy go, but it's fun to get to see the hard work and dedication they've put into their projects throughout the week.
And it's kind of nice, too, to have a number of ambassadors because kids sometimes have conflicts, and so then you can be represented at many different, you must do a number of fairs, or what are some of the activities that the Rice County Fair is represented by the ambassadors?
Yeah, so they actually started the year last year with, our first event is usually the Lonsdale Community Days. We went to the state fair. That was an adventure. We spent a solid, 12 hours up there, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So we get to do a lot of fun things like that. We get to go to different festivals. We go to Northfield to the Feet of Jesse James Days. This year we went up and visited the St. Paul Winter Carnival. So that was kind of a fun adventure.
Mallory, so were you an ambassador last year too, Mallory? Or
I was crowned last fair. So,
yeah.
I
thought you looked familiar. So you want to do it again? No?
I love it, but
you're
school.
Lots of things going on and getting ready for college. Are you going to be staying over in Mankato or are you going to be commuting?
I'm going to be staying there in the dorms.
Have the real college experience.
Because the program is changing, so up to now the coronation was at the beginning of the fair. Now it changes to the end of the fair. Yeah. So Mallory now actually attends 2 fairs.
That's not fair.
Plus the new candidates, they all are attending the fair as well.
Yeah.
And then when they get crowned or elected, then they have a whole year kind of to prepare, and then they represent the fair. And then next year they're seasoned and being at the fair itself.
Yeah, that's kind of a good idea to give them,
And it's fun. They get to kind of experience what being an ambassador is like. They get a little kind of peek into the world of what they do all fair week as a candidate. And then next year they get to end their year at the fair, which is kind of a nice ending way to go. And it's fun. They get to see people that they've seen all year and get to meet new people.
What was the highlight of being a fair ambassador for you, Mallory?
One of the highlights is just meeting new people across the state.
Because you aren't shy.
Yeah. Every time we go to a parade or other events, everyone just gathers together and we all just talk about where we're from and all this stuff. It's just great seeing or meeting new people that I didn't even know this town existed and all that stuff. It's just really fun.
And is that in the past, candidates had to have a sponsor. I assume that they still need a sponsor, but I don't think that's real difficult.
No, and that's kind of one of the bigger questions. People are like, well, I don't know who to ask to be a sponsor. We have tons of businesses throughout the county, and I know you guys have been sponsors in the past. The Rice County pork producers have sponsored in the past. There are so many people out there that if that's the one thing that's holding you back, let us know, because we can connect you with some amazing community people who can help with that end.
I remember one year we sponsored somebody. Mallory, you're going to be impressed with this. Yeah. And so I had the job of escorting our candidate, in this big formal. And she gave me 2 pieces of advice. Don't trip and don't step on my formal. Good advice, right? And I followed the advice.
There you go.
So the cool thing about being a sponsor is that for a whole year, every time an ambassador introduces themselves, they say who the sponsor is. So your name gets out there quite a bit.
Yeah, so they get something for it too, out of it too then.
Yeah.
Well, if you can stand by, we better take a break for the markets. You know what I always say? It's not a good thing when the farm guy gets carried away talking to people and forgets to play the market. So we better check out the market update sponsored by the KDHL Agri Boosters, including Craig Keller over at the Keller Insurance Agency in Nerstrand. Of course, Craig helps protect all things important to you. Also, Northland Buildings for quality post-frame construction. Find out more. Check out their website, northlandbuildings.com. Here's the Linder Farm Network Market Update.
It's time for an update here on this Tuesday morning on the Linder Farm Network. Joining us, Jim Emter, Van Auning Company, Alexandria. Well, Jim, July corn is now higher, and soybean futures in the front months have moved a little higher. What are you following this morning?
Yeah, Linda, a little bit of bounce back here today. Obviously, crop condition ratings, I think the market was expecting, conditions to improve week to week, and they did not. Doesn't mean they deteriorated either. It's just more of a matter of, again, with no improvement, and this big a fall off here, Linda, the market just says, oh, well, wait a minute, maybe we got to see some more things. Obviously, the eastern belt has been inundated with rains. It slowed planting there and, replant. Again, there are some concerns across central and eastern Indiana into Ohio, parts of Illinois, and with more rain on the way, it's just something we're going to have to monitor. But there's a lot of areas that are in really good shape, Linda, too. So, again, this is one where, crop feels like it's on track. It's between ankle and knee high. It's lush green, and we tend to get seasonal pressure this time of year. But make no mistake, we really see this as, for now, a 432 to 482 type market where we maybe settled into this range a little bit, chop back and forth for the Dees corn market, and then see what we've got after that. If it's a great crop, then maybe we can press further as we have the last 2 years. If we get some issues, obviously, the funds are a little more neutral now, so we'll have to watch that. Soybean markets, things are made in July, August, Sept, so I think you're going to want to be careful there. We're spending time in the 11s when we typically don't, so we'll see how that unfolds here as we work ahead. But for the most part, grains kind of doing their thing, still within ranges that we should be expected here from the producers.
And live cattle, feeder cattle lower, lean hog futures also mostly softer. What's happening?
Yeah, Linda, we continue, as the New World screwworm cases, tend to increase here. I believe we're up to either 5 or 6 here at this point. It just creates this edge of uncertainty. I really do think the picture long term is friendly as we get past these initial knee-jerk media headlines. But, for the time being, we've got to see what other nations do. Obviously, Canada stepping in and making some measures, that caught the market's attention. So, again, we're going to have to continue to monitor that setup. I think longer term, though, Linda, this is a bullish circumstance that fits into these cattle markets because expansion is just limited here in this environment from our vantage point, and that creates tighter numbers even down the road. Hog market, it'd be nice to see this market bottom. It can't seem to get back above 100 right now. So, again, this is a market that could find a low down 92 to 94 and then try to bounce from there, Linda. But that feels like the path of least resistance.
Jim Emter, Van Auning Company, Alexandria. Chicago corn futures, July now 422 and 3/4. That's up 4. September up 3 3/4. December 449 and 3/4, up 3 3/4. July beans 11.15 and 3/4 and unchanged. November 11.34 and 3/4, down 3/4 of a cent. July soybean meal up 80. July soybean oil up 78. July Chicago wheat up 5 3/4. Live cattle June down 122. August feeder cattle now up 45. July lean hogs up 50. This is the Linder Farm Network.
At some point, every well owner faces the same question: fix it or replace it. Irvin Drilling and Pump will give you a straight answer. No guesswork, no overselling. If it can be fixed, they'll fix it. If it needs replacing, they'll do it right. They've been trusted since 1956. Call 320-523-1621 or visit IrvinDrilling.com.
Every single time someone drives by, there it is again. Dust everywhere. On your truck, your windows, your porch. Now you're holding your breath just to grab the mail. Well, no more. With DustLock, one application controls dust on unpaved roads, driveways, parking lots, even construction sites and ag facilities. Own a dealership? Let's stop washing your inventory every week. DustLock keeps your lot clean and customer ready. And yes, it's environmentally safe too. Take back your road and visit dustlock.com. DustLock. We handle the dust.
That's an update on the Linder Farm Network.
AM Minnesota on the Mighty 920 KDHL.
The market update sponsored by the KDHL Agri Boosters, including Craig Keller at the Keller Insurance Agency in Nearstrand. Craig helps protect all things important to you. Also, Northern Buildings for quality post-frame construction. Find out more. Go to their website, northernbuildings.com. We will continue with today's AM Minnesota program, Rice County Fair Talk, right after this.
Sticky notes, email alerts, a string around your finger. They're just not big enough.
So here's a big reminder from the California Lottery. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is over $350 million. Whew. Play now. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 years or older to purchase player client.